Bullseye.
What's up guys, it's Lee here from Bleeped Up Productions, and today I'm bringing you another episode of my Coventry career mode. We are technically in our 4th season and our 2nd season in the Barclays Premier League, and this is episode 16, the M69 derby. Yes, as you can tell if you follow football closely, we are playing a very, very close rival to Coventry in real life in this episode, but if you're not, you're in for a treat if you don't really follow football that much. Thank you for returning if you have been supporting this series as always. If you're new to this, why don't you click the thumbnail on the screen right now to watch from episode 1 and see the progression of our team, and you can see how far we have come in such a short amount of time. So enough said, now let's get straight into our first match. And our first match is against Arsenal in the Barclays Premier League. And you know what? I decided to motivate the guys because they needed it. Because we're playing Arsenal. They are very good. And this is game 5 in the Premier League. So it's quite vital that we get off to a good-ish start.
Welcome to EA Sports live coverage of the Barclays Premier League. It's Coventry City against Arsenal. Let's head straight off to Coventry. Your commentary team, Martin Tyler and Alan Smith.
And now that I've upgraded my capture card, you can actually hear the audio now without any problems. So let's get straight into this game against Arsenal. It is going to be a very tough game, and as you can see, it is quite quickly sped up. As you can see, we had a few opportunities, but the first half was very, very boring. I kid you not, guys. This is at 600%. So technically, this is about a minute long, this clip, of just to see the first half highlights. And as you can see, a lot of the attack was in the midfield, and there wasn't anything that especially, special happened in this game. It was quite a very boring first half, and we're just coming on to the 28th minute now, and as you can see, it's just basically either me in their end or a midfield battle. It's nothing that spectacular, and yeah, it's quite comical when I look back on this episode and see this. But we're coming into our first highlight actually now, and it is the 45th minute, and Negredo has a shot here that goes over, and that's possibly one of the best chances we had in the first half, and we go into half time 0-0, and like you saw, it is a boring match. So I decided to change it up a little bit. I bring on EB and Nimley and take off Ryan Gold and Negredo, and things started to look up, to be quite frank. So we'll pick up the action here, and Flake does a fantastic ball to Musa, and Musa has a shot, and he hits the bar, which is quite unfortunate. But we'll pick up the action here, and Arsenal are going to be coming on a nice little attack here, and Wilshere passes it to Giroud, who then passes it out wide to Jenkinson, and Jenkinson does a fantastic through ball to this Gasson guy, and we are 1-0 down on the 59th minute. What a fantastic ball that was by Jenkinson, I'm not going to lie, and a very smooth and calm finish by Arsenal. And we'll just, as you can see on the replay here, what a fantastic through ball that was by Jenkinson. But we'll pick up the action here on the 64th minute. As you can see, this Wellington Silva passes it to Giroud, and Giroud misses a golden opportunity to put Arsenal up 2-0, and at this time I was a little bit scared because Arsenal were all over me like a heat rash. But we'll pick up the action again, and we have Antonio here, does a fantastic ball out to Christie, who then cuts inside, and Christie is just going to drive, have a shot, and Arsenal fail to clear, and Nimley pounces on it, and on the 89th minute we get a equaliser, and Nimley is really happy about that. And to be quite frank, Alex Nimley has been playing really well. Like, coming on as a super sub, he's so good. He reminds me of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, how I'm relying on him, just the perfect super sub. And we finished this game 1-1, as you can see, at home to Arsenal. And this next game we have is a Capital One Cup game, and it is against QPR. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
Welcome to EA Sports live coverage of the Capital One Cup. It's Coventry City against Queen's Park Rangers. The floodlights beaming down from the night sky. Let's head straight off to Coventry. Here's your commentary team, Martin Tyler and Alan Smith.
Well, a break from the league action in the English League Cup. And I can sense the extra buzz amongst the supporters as we came into the stadium.
And we'll pick up the first highlight here, and it's only been a couple of minutes, and Antonio is through on goal and has an effort, but Ruddy is equal to that, and QPR eventually clear the ball. And we'll pick up the action again, and as you can see, EB here does a fantastic ball to Nimley, and Nimley releases EB, and EB is going to be through on goal, and he actually cuts inside and gets through the defenders, but again, Ruddy does a phenomenal save. And, you know, we try to get it back in the box, but as you can see, QPR eventually clear. So we'll pick up the highlights again on the 13th minute. We actually get a really good opportunity here, and Barton is just going to keep pressuring, and look at that. What a bit of a cheesy goal, but we'll take it on the 14th minute, and Barton tackles the goalkeeper, and the tackle goes into the net. I was actually cacking it that we might pick up a yellow card, because I don't know if you can tackle the keepers on this game, but as you can see, I put in a tackle and the ball just ricochets onto me, and I put it in the back of the net, which is fantastic. So we'll pick up the action here, and QPR are actually on the attack here with Tarat, and he does a fantastic ball to Phillips down the line. But as you can see, our defence has been quite solid this season so far. I'm not going to lie, I've been really happy with a couple of our pickups that we made last season in the January transfer window. But we'll pick up the action still, as you can see, and Fleck has the ball, and he does a great ball to EB, and EB is going to release Nimley, and Nimley is just going to go to town, guys. Look at this, using a bit of his pace. He's still going, he crosses it, and EB unfortunately misses, but it falls to Barton, and Barton takes a touch.
Bullseye.
What a strike that is by Barton. Unbelievable finish on the 44th minute to give us a 2-0 lead. That second goal is definitely worth a replay. As you can see right here, guys, he picks it up on the edge of the box. He takes an extra touch to get it round the defender, and then just smashes it into the back of the net. And we go into half-time with a 2-0 lead, which I'm really, really happy about, because, you know, we want to win some silverware this year, and I think the Cups are possibly the best chance for us. So we'll pick up the action here, and as you can see, QPR are on the attack again, and our defence is just solid as a rock. And unfortunately, we lose possession there, but our willingness to just get the ball back, as you can see, Antonio and Christie working really hard on the far side, and then they find Negredo, and Negredo passes it to Antonio, and Antonio is going to go to town because he's got pace and he's got strength, so he shrugs off that defender, he crosses it, and Negredo headers it into the back of the net on the 66th minute to give us a 3-0 lead against QPR, which I'm super happy with. And as you can see on the replay, this is a fantastic cross and a fantastic headed finish. This is why we've brought him to the club, guys. He is such an aerial threat. Him and EB both are really good in the air, and they can give us some goals hopefully this season. And we'll pick up the action here again, and QPR actually have a fantastic opportunity here because they are through on goal. And as you can see, our defenders are back, but the cross comes across, but we clear it. And that's the closest QPR ever got to our goal in the second half, and actually the whole game, and we win that game 3-0, which is fantastic. But we're going to go straight into Game 6 of the Barclays Premier League, and it is against Leicester City, and this is the M69 derby.
Welcome to EA Sports live coverage of the Premier League. It's the M69 derby. Leicester City at home to Coventry City. Unbeaten in the league, early in the season, mind you, but that's the proud record that's on the line today. So without further ado, we take you to Leicester and your commentary team of Martin Tyler and Alan Smith.
Yes, guys, we're against Leicester. Leicester and Coventry are pretty much separated by a motorway. That's why it's called the M69 derby, and I'm super looking forward to it because they just recently got promoted, and as you can see, we are currently third in the Barclays Premier League, and we should do well against Leicester. But we'll pick up the action here, and Leicester have a great opportunity here, and we just can't seem to get rid of the ball, and this is possibly the craziest thing I've ever seen. Look at that. I don't know how that did not go in. We'll just replay it for you. Look, 1, 2, it bounces on the line and it hits the other post. That is unbelievable. But we'll pick up the action here, and we are currently playing some sort of Arsenal football because we're just working outside the box, and Gold has a golden opportunity, but unfortunately can't finish. It is crossed in, and EB is there. Oh my gosh, on the 11th minute, he headers us the 1-0 victory and crosses his arms. Really, really happy. And Barton with another quality cross in to give us a 1-0 lead. And we'll pick up the action here. And Leicester have a fantastic opportunity here. Again, we can't seem to clear, but James hits that shot wide, luckily enough. But we'll pick up the action again, and Leicester just kept giving us tons and tons and tons of pressure. And as you can see, we get a little bit of luck here with our clearance, and we are going to counter-attack. I've decided to play Strifler this game instead of Negredo, and it proved out to be quite solid. And look at that ball by Antonio to Gold, and Gold hits it straight at the keeper, unfortunately, and Leicester eventually clear. And we go into half-time with a 1-0 lead, which I'm really happy about. And yeah, Christie's probably talking to Gold there. Is like, how on earth did you miss that opportunity? But anyway, we'll pick up the action again, and Leicester here, straight from the kickoff pretty much, are coming at us. And EB does a fantastic ball to Strifler, and Strifler is through on goal, and he takes such a heavy touch, unfortunately, and the keeper comes out and collects it. But we'll pick up the action again, and we're here on the 56th minute. And Antonio passes it to John Fleck. And look at this for a through ball, guys. Look at that, to Ryan Gold. And Ryan Gold still can't find the back of the net. Oh, man, he's had two glorious golden opportunities in this game. But we'll pick up the action here. And I don't know, they called that a foul. I don't think it was. It was a bit outrageous. And you know what? They decided to make a substitution. And I wasn't happy about it. And do you want to know the funny thing? I actually lodged my controller, so I had to reconnect it. And guess what happens after I reconnect it, guys?
Bullseye.
What a free kick that is on the 69th minute. That is possibly one of the best goals I've ever conceded. If you watch it on the replay, this is unbelievable. This is like postage stamp almost off the post and in. Look at this. Bang, and then look at our keeper. He's at full stretch. This is the better angle, as you can see. Underwood here he's ready to save it, but look at that. He's at full stretch, and it goes in, so it's 1-1. And then on the 69th minute again, look at that ball by John Fleck again, and Gold still can't finish his dinner. Gold with another fantastic opportunity, and John Fleck with a phenomenal through ball again, but the keeper saves it, and that's actually how this game ends, guys. We finish the first of our two M69 derbies this season with a draw away to Leicester, so hopefully we can get a redemption win at home against Leicester in the Barclays Premier League. But anyway, we're moving on to the Champions League, and I decided to motivate the boys because this is such a big game. And yes, it's against Atletico Madrid, and this is game 2 in the, well, Champions League, but they call it the Champions Cup.
Welcome to EA Sports live coverage of the Champions Cup. It's Coventry City against Atletico Madrid. The game, of course, under floodlights this evening. Let's head straight off to Coventry. Here's your commentary team, Martin Tyler and Alan Smith.
Well, these two teams have already played, of course, on match day 1. Now they are involved in this fixture in the Champions Cup, match day 2.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. I think there's improvements to be made from both sides from match day 1, so let's see if they can achieve that.
And we'll kick off the first highlight here, and Musa is through on goal, and he's just going to keep going and going, and he's going to pass it, and Negredo runs over the ball. He runs past it, and then he tries to cross it, but it gets blocked. Why would Negredo run over the ball? I have no idea why. But we'll pick up the action here, and Negredo actually gets the ball back and does a fantastic through ball to John Fleck, who shoots, and it is just over the bar, which is quite unfortunate. And we'll pick up the action here, and Atletico Madrid have a fantastic opportunity, but again, our defense has been playing really, really solid, and that is why, because Traore at the back is playing like an absolute beast. And he eventually clears, but he gives the ball away there. And we go into half-time 0-0, and I'll take a draw against Atletico Madrid because they are absolutely amazing. And we'll pick up the action here on the 52nd minute, and they do a fantastic cross ball in here, and then we get the ball, and we decide to go a bit on the counter, as you can see, and Negredo here picks up the ball, and then he's about to unleash someone. But I just wanted to show you this clip because this is what this pretty much was. It was like I had the possession, and then I got rid of it, and they kept giving it back to their keeper and just hoofing it up. So I had to do some changes, so I brought on Kadar, Nimley and EB just to freshen it up a little bit, and it actually did work wonders. So Nimley does a fantastic ball here to EB, and he cuts inside, and he's going to drive at the net, have a shot. It hits Negredo in the back, and then Negredo has a shot, but the defender blocks it away for a corner. And from the resulting corner, guys, we have a glorious opportunity, but unfortunately the defender gets to it. And then Frank Musa here passes it all the way back to Traore. And do you want to know what? Atletico Madrid are quite scary on the counter, as you can see. We're quite a couple of men down. But again, Frank Musa working back from being a forward into the defensive role. But as you can see, this is pretty much what the game was like. It was like I would have an attack, they would get it, give it all the way back to the keeper. I would have it, and then they would do this. So they keep on the ball here again, and they do an overhead ball. So basically, both of us were playing like old Stoke football, just going over each other's heads. But we'll pick up the action here, and a great ball by Musa to Eby. And Eby has an effort, and the keeper is equal to that effort as well, which is unbelievable. So what a fantastic through ball that is. And he cuts inside, and he's trying to shoot to the bottom corner, but he ends up shooting it straight at the keeper. But we'll keep the highlights going, and as you can see, Atletico Madrid were passing the ball around really well. And look at this. This player was wide open, and a dreadful first touch allowed Clark to get back and dispossess him. But again, this is another highlight of, as you can see, we're both countering each other, and then nothing comes from it. So as you can see, over the top balls aren't really working, so we have to keep it on the deck. And Christie here, we're going to pick up the action here, and Christie's just going to drive it wide. And he's just going to cut inside as he normally does, and then he loses possession, and then Atletico Madrid clear. So that was pretty much the highlight of this game, pretty much, guys. Back and forth, back and forth. But we'll pick up the action again here, and Eby to Kadar, and Kadar does a fantastic ball to Antonio, and Antonio is unleashed. He has a shot, and the keeper is equal to it again, and it goes out for a corner, which the corner never really does anything for us. But Antonio there with a golden opportunity to make us win our second game in the Champions League, but the keeper does a fantastic save. And we finish this game with a 0-0, which I'll take every day because Atletico Madrid are an amazing team, basically, guys. And as you can see, it is the end of the episode, guys. So if you've enjoyed it, please leave a like and a comment. I love hearing what you guys think about this series so far. If this is the first time you've ever seen any of my content, you can view my channel by clicking that channel thumbnail right there. If you've enjoyed it and you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. And you know, if you want to see last week's episode, hit that last episode button right there. And if the next episode is out already, why don't you click that thumbnail right there to see the next episode. You can hit us up on Facebook and Twitter. The links are there, and also in the link below. I'm getting more active on those sites, so yeah, look forward to having a lot more content coming out in the forthcoming days. So guys, without further ado, that's another episode in the bank. Take care, have a good one, and we will see you next Saturday for another Coventry Career Mode video.